if anybody. Let's see. Who's watching? Oh dear. They're over there. You were not ouch. Oh, I found a daddy long legs puppy. Where were you when I needed you there? I got it. We got it. We did. How good girl. Oh, I'm all hot and bothered now. Whew. You'll have to start pulling your weight. I can't do everything, no, Rosie. Poppy. Sorry, Rosie, not you, it's her I'm talking to. Oh dear. One in and one out. I think I'm better now. Oh, is that you done then? Are you down for the night? Charming. Hiya, Chris. Hi, Colette. How you doing? Welcome. It's very quiet in here. I've got Madam Populou here, but she's got her head down. She's going to sleep. She's tired. She's tired because she's been laid down all day and it's made her tired. Antidote. Oh dear, aren't they funny? I've got me heater on. Yeah, it's nice to see you all here again as well. Last week were lovely. We missed you last week, Chris. We did. And we had quite a good turnout as well. There were Lou's back. We've got our lovely Lou back. She's managed to get on. She's had to wipe all what they call it off a computer and redo it. For some reason, she weren't able to get on to comment. She could watch, but for some reason it wouldn't let her comment. So she got her lad to have a look, and he sorted it for her. So now she's on with playing with us again, which is good. Adrian popped on again. Bless him. He's been off for a while. On and on. He's had things happening, and it's obviously life happens, doesn't it? But I'm just saying it was nice to have him back on. As it is to see you all. I look forward to you all on a Monday night. It's a good night. When folk remember it's a good night. But I think I weren't expecting a big turnout, if I'm honest, last weekend, because I did put a thing up on Facebook to say I was doing a live last week, but I don't put one up on YouTube. I don't know why, I just don't. But a few people saw it, and I did let one or two know that I got on Messenger. I let them know and asked them to let others know, So we got both Marks on. We got Adrian, Percy were on, Kev were on, Lou, even our Trev popped on. D was on. Colette was on. I can't remember. My memory's just not so good. But we didn't get a lot of newbies last week that we used to have. Now and again we've been having coming on, which is a shame if they don't come back, because a lot of them like taking part. I don't think they realise that it's quite all right to Google answers, because these questions are just about impossible to answer if you don't Google. I mean, they're shocking, to be truthful, but it's supposed to be a pub quiz book, but I mean, I don't think I've ever been in a pub quiz that have had questions quite like these. You know what I mean? It's a bit. I think pub quizzes that I've been to in the past have been like self generated rather than getting a book like that. What just gone flying? Oh, my pencil and a biro. Where was that hidden? I don't know where biro were hidden. Yeah, every time that's it. Every time I move just a little bit, she slides a bum over my side. I always end up with just one cheek on my chair. To say she's only a little dog, she likes a lot of space. So yes, so we're hopefully we get a good turnout again tonight, and it was fun last week. In fact, we were on quite late, and I diddled you all out of a load of questions because I forgot. If I'm honest, I forgot. We were going to put two quizzes together and have one longer quiz, which is what a lot of people said they'd like, longer quizzes. And I forgot, didn't I? And I just did one thingy, 32 questions, whereas last week before or whenever, I did 64. So I diddled you out to some questions last week, so you've got an extra long one this week. I'm going to do 3. No, I'm only kidding. I'm just doing 2. I'm about to make myself a little note at the bottom. Where is it? PTO for part 2. Oh, dearie me, fancy. Mind you, we were on while, well after 10 o'clock. That were a good long standing for me nowadays, getting all hot and bothered and but yeah, it was good now. We all enjoyed it. So hopefully we'll get another good night tonight. I put heater on. I've not been in here very long. I've not been in here all day. I just put heater on for a bit, and I've had to turn it down to, number 1 mark, and I'm still thinking I should turn it down a bit off altogether because I'm getting a bit. But there we go. So I had a bit of a tete-a-tete with Trevor, not on Facebook, but on Facebook, but just on Messenger. I've had this issue with a gate on the towpath. Canal runs right along back of here, all the way into town. And we're just literally on the outskirts of Worksop town centre. But where we are living now, or where we are, they've just done a huge amount of big businesses. That's a new hotel, a new big supermarket, Asda. We've now got not McDonald's. McDonald's is on Sainsbury's side, which we've had a long while. On this side, we've got the other one, Burger King. We've got Taco Bell, Dunkin' Donuts, KFC. There's a great big place that does tyres and what have you now outside of Sainsbury's garage. Not their place, and there's also a bit of an industrial estate at back of Sainsbury's. And they've got all sorts going off where they've just built Asda. So we've got another new roundabout, and it's a busy one. Comes off at Big A57 roundabout and straight on here. So it's like if you wanted to go into town on your scooter, it's dicing with death virtually. Going across these big roads because they're like dual carriageways for, like going into supermarkets, because you're going into estate first before you actually turn into supermarket car park. And it's gotten very busy around here, and the roads have got 2-3 times more traffic than they've ever had. Oh yeah, we've got Taco Bell. I've never had it. I've never been. We've got Taco Bell. We've got Dunkin' Donuts. All this is new. We've had Burger King in UK for a long while, same as we have McDonald's and KFC. The KFC is new to us. McDonald's we've had quite a while. And then Burger King is Sainsbury's on that side at A57 with McDonald's and KFC. And I think Taco Bell's that side. And then this side, we've got, where Asda's been built, we've got Burger King, and I think it's Dunkin' Donuts, as well as some other different types of units. I think there's one that does kitchen cabinet, and not kitchen cabinets. I don't know, it might be. I can't remember that. They do, anyway, we've got different businesses, so they've made like 2 industrial estates. So we've got a lot of roundabouts and things, and heavy traffic. And then if you just go up road a little bit further from New Big Roundabout where Asda is, then we've got on the left-hand side, we've got one of these big places that do tyres. This is on main road into Boards Workshop. Then we've got another bit where we've got Wickes on one side, we've got B&Q on other with what do we call it? It used to be Dixon's. Forgot what they call it now. PC World, is it? Curry's PC World. Pets at Home. So there's a big place and a gym. And then there's a bed place and a carpet place. And so it's really, really busy around where we live. And it's very difficult when you've got a scooter to try and get across the roads. There are no pedestrian crossings unless you go on to main A57, and then you're taking your life in your hands, whether it's a pedestrian crossing or not, because they just go through. So I, quite some time ago, actually, before all this lot were actually built, we knew it were happening, but we didn't know it wasn't done. And my sister-in-law and her brother-in-law were down on holiday for a week. They spent with us, and then Pam and I decided we'd have a nip into town, and I got my scooter. So we went down Canal Path, because we can get right down into town, right into town centre, along Canal. And along Canal, they've got these, like, what they call, they're really speed gates, and it's just like 2 metal things that go up this way. So you can go through with your scooter, and obviously your head will go through top of it. And that is to slow down bicycles. Bicycles are allowed on toll path, but they are to go slow because there are fishermen on Canal. And there's also 1 or 2 narrowboats that go up and down on Canal. But they can only go so far because I don't think they can get past Big Lock in town. It's never been cleared. It's all weedy and what have you. But Pam and I were going down Canal. She was walking, and I was on my trolley thing, my scooter. And we got right down into town centre, or we approached town centre. Excuse me, on Canal Path. And there's what I call a kissing gate. So you've got like 3 like that, and then you've got 1 in the middle, and you swing it this way and you swing it that way. So you swing it that way to walk in, swing it back, then you can walk out. Fine if you're on foot. You can't do it with a scooter, and you can't go around it either. And that brings you smack into precinct, into town centre, which is perfect for pensioners and elderly disabled people. Would be so much easier to go into town via the Canal Path, because it's quite wide, there's not a lot of chance, unless they shouldn't be out on their own, let's say. It's quite safe to go down Canal Path and get into town that way, other than this gate. So I got in touch with council. I've been meaning to do it for a couple of years, but I did it other week. I got onto council and I explained the situation and how very busy it is at this end of workshop now and outskirts, how bad it is to try and get across the road on a scooter. And if the canal path goes straight past town centre, but for this one gate, you can't get through. And she said, she messaged me back next day. I wrote this right long email explaining everything. I got about a line and a half back. Nothing to do with council, I'm afraid. It's owned by the car parking company that's got that big area car park. So you need to get in touch with them. There's nothing nothing I can do to help you at this time. That were it. I thought, thanks very much. I think there were a line and a half of typing, and I'd a big long page explaining it all. Anyway, now I'm thinking, well, the actual gate is not in the car park. It's on the tow path. So I'm sure it's nothing to do. It's no good me getting in touch with car parking people because it's not to do with them. So then I thought, I've got to get in touch with somebody for Canal. And bless his heart, Trevor. Last night, I messaged him and asked him who it was now, because when we were boating years ago, when I was married first time round, and Mum and Dad had got a boat, we'd got a boat, and we used to spend it on canals and on river with them, and we used to have some lovely holidays, and it was great. And at that particular time, it was British Inland Waterways. But obviously, that was a lot of years ago. So now it's something else. I have got it wrote down, bless him. He sent me a message. I wrote it down. He even gave me a phone number. And I bloody rung it over today. I'll have to do it tomorrow. I don't know where my head's been today because I've not been doing anything much. But anyway. So, yeah, so that's the only thing stopping us getting into town is this stupid gate that's not doing anybody any favours, because bicycles can actually go around outside of it just before it. I mean, there's enough room for a bike to go past before they actually could drop in canal. But it's not wide enough for like my scooter. I couldn't get my scooter around the outside of it, so it needs changing for the benefit of the elderly, because not only is it an easier route to get into town, it's also a very beautiful canal. If you're going down there, it's lovely. It's peaceful. You watch moor hens and ducks and geese on water, and it's beautiful just to go walking down there for a nice walk. I can't walk that far, unfortunately, because if I could, I would bloody walk, but I can't. So this is why I get annoyed. Because nobody considers pensioners at all. I mean, if they've not got pensioners to consider of their own family, it's just like non-existent, isn't it? Well, it's ridiculous. The heating is here. It's gone up. Apparently, it's going to be like £2,000 more each year to what it has been. So we're expecting massive bills. I paid my last bill at the old rate, end of September, and just in time for new start of the new prices, October. And I actually, excuse me, I actually was going to get in touch with British Gas and set up a direct debit. See, what we did, the way I've always done it while we've lived here, and we've been here, this is 12 years, we get a message from British Gas, your numbers are due in, we're going to read meters, send it in, get a bill within 2 minutes, it just gives you a bill automatic, and I pay it. End of, done. All done in 10 minutes. But now that they've done this with the risers that are ridiculous, and I mean, it's bad for everybody. It's not just pensioners, it's bad for everybody, and it's just not fair for everybody. Same. But I thought, I said to Harry, I said, well, I think we're going to have to do a direct debit, because if we don't, we might end up getting a bill that we can't afford in a lump sum, if you know what I mean, because we've just been paying it as it comes in. So, and that's something else I forgot to do. It goes in here and out of here. I did note in the middle to stop it. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we don't have any heating on at all. Don't want That's not true. It's really not quite true. I've got my little heater on now. I only put it on an hour before I came in here. Or I put it on for me an hour before I came in here. I'm going to switch it off shortly because it's getting nice and warm. And because I've drawn my curtain across there, it stops the heat going down that corridor. So it keeps the heat in here, so it's fine. It's nice and temperature-wise in here. But Harry's got a duvet, a single duvet. He sits in his chair. He gets under duvet. They both got reclining chairs, and she'll go and sit on his duvet, or she'll get under it with him. And I've got a nice thick blanket that I have wrapped around me. I've got a duvet if I want it, but I like my blanket. It's not as bulky as a duvet, and it's warm. So that's what we do. Just get wrapped up, On it time, I had heating on this morning. If I'm in each shower, just enough to warm radiators up for me to be, getting each shower and that. Because Harry has to help me anyway each shower. I can't sort of do myself. So I'm not in very long. It's in, get washed, do what to do and come out. Well, even if it were that cold, I mean, as I say, I have got a duvet of my own in conservatory at the moment, but it is, it's a single that just fits nicely, length of us on chairs, because we've just had we pay for an engineer to come out once a year to boiler. And that boiler was new when we had that boiler put in when we got here. So we're not really sure how old it is, but it could be something like 10 or 11 years old. I don't know, but it's, and we've got a gas fire, and the gas fire is a new one. When I say it's a new one, we bought the old-fashioned one that we're in. I didn't like the look of it anyway. So we've got a little grate with the cokes on, but it's gas. And it looks lovely when it's lit up. And got a backlighting inside, archway and everything. It's absolutely beautiful in winter. Feels right warm and cosy. But for some reason it's not lighting. Gas board don't look at heating now. They don't touch gas fires or anything. You have to go out and find a Corgi approved gas fitter, and if you can find one that'll come out, you're doing very well, because round here you can't. Struggling to find a gas fitter. We did actually find one a few years back, and we said, well, can you put us down for an annual visit, or if we need you again, like, we can get in touch with you. Lost his number, haven't we? But he never did get back in touch with us, because he said, I'll let you know near at time. He says, I'll mark you down, and then I'll just let you know when near at time you can make an appointment, and that's it. But he never did get back in touch with us, so obviously he's not bothered about work, is he? So I don't know what else we're expected to do in that case. So but yeah, I mean, I don't mind. I get all snuggled up. I've got a lovely soft feather pillow at my back in my chair, and then a biggish cushion at the back of my head. She'll come and paw at my blanket to get underneath it with me. If I've just got I've got a big what I call my big white teddy bear, polar bear dressing gown, and she'll paw at that, and I have to unduck belt and let her climb in with me in my dressing gown. She loves to get in that. It's nice and warm, you see. And she keeps me warm anyway. It's like having a minute water bottle, having her on your knee. And she's no trouble. She just lays quiet with to sleep, and right as a cat, bless her. She's ever so good. So yeah. So that's it for us for this. I mean, they've all houses, all actually private owned houses on our road, and round village, a lot of them have been having this cladding, and it's like breeze. It looks like breeze block, but it's foam. I didn't think it would, but when I saw it, I thought it was I saw him with peas, just about the size of a breeze block. And I said, what you got? What you doing with breeze block? You're putting it up in roof in there. And he says, no, a breeze block, it's that foam. I says, what foam? He says, that they're doing house next door, because Paul's had his cladded with this here stuff. And I says, oh, right. I said, it looked just like breeze block. So he's been cadging this stuff off at youths that's been doing Paul's house next door. And he's managed to do all that in there, all that little out of it, all around walls, so much at ceiling. Is done inside porch. We've got what I call airlock. We've got two doors. The very outside door, side of house, and then the inner one. And there's like two doors. And each one's got a lock on it, one of them slide locks. But we have the inside one locked and leave the outside one unlocked during the day. So when Posty comes, he can open that door. If he's got parcels, he just opens the door, drops parcels in and shuts the door. Nobody's the wiser. He's very good. He's a lovely bloke, he. So, you know, so we don't have to worry if we only if we're in, we only leave that one open, but we don't otherwise. Well, when I cook with gas on top. I've got dual fuel on my cooker. But if and when I ever get my kitchen done, which I'm supposed to be having a new one, I've been waiting a year, I'm having all electric, because when Harry and I lived up in Orkney, we bought a cooker, or the cooker that were in house that we were renting. It was really horrible. It's just me, I just don't like them. The electric cookers that's got the black plates, you've got 4 black plates with a red dot in the middle, but they're actually solid plates. I can't do with them. I have no idea what's happening with them. You can't tell if they're on, we ain't paying you. So we asked the landlady if we could buy a cooker of our own choosing, and she put that in her shed, because if you ever rented a house after we'd left, then she'd need a cooker to put back in. We did actually give her option to buy the one we got, because it were a lovely cooker, and it was a not ceramic, what do you call it? Halogen top, you know, it just lit up. You finish it, no matter how much spillage you've got on it, you get a warm soapy cloth that clean. And I says to Harry, I says, that's what I want in here. Induction, yeah. Anything like that's what I want. Just one of them that glows when you switch it on, you know. But that was lovely, that one we had up in Orkney. But of course, when we went to live in Spain, we had to sell it. So I wish we'd never gone, really, because, well, I'm saying that. I shouldn't say that, because I would never have had Rosie if we hadn't gone, and she was the best dog I've ever had. But yeah, we lost a lot of money when going through there. I once dropped my purse, and we still think it was in Harry's nephew's car, because I just had it out to give him some petrol money. And I got out of his car and walked like 4 paces to our big RV and got in, and they drove off. And then I says to Harry, I says, oh, God, I've lost my purse. I've just had it to pay the Jed some money. So contacted Hazel straight away and said, can you look, see if I've dropped my purse in back of Jed's car? I jumped out at RV and I had a look outside at road. It weren't there. We never saw anybody walking up. No, we've not seen it. I just had it to give him some petrol money, and I had just changed 500 euros. I just got some money, just been to exchange for 500 euros, and that were in my purse. as well as my bank cards and any other bits and pieces that, my driving license, you name it. Never got it back. There were all sorts of identification in there. We had to cancel all the bank cards and, oh, dearie me. We had no end of bad luck over there. I wish we'd never gone, really. Well, like I say, I wouldn't have had Rosie, but that was only good thing that come out of Spain. Not with my Rosie. So where is everybody tonight? We're four. There's four of us. Where is everybody? It is Monday, isn't it? I'm not a day early or a day late. I won't put it past me. So I want to get my kitchen done. And I did want it doing before Christmas last year, and we're still no nearer getting it done. So I don't know whether I'll get it done or not. I really don't. I mean, it's not that the money's there if we want to get it done. It's just that there is no art for it, and perhaps people forgot to turn the clocks back. Well, they were on time last week. Most of them were anyway. Blind me. I were right chuffed because I didn't think I'd get that many in last week. But there were a lot. But I don't know where everybody is this week, I'm sure. Well, we'll see. We'll see how we go. I'm not starting a quiz. We just, there's only 3 now. There's only you 2 and me, I think. So, yeah. So that was our adventure in Spain. Never again. I mean, we did actually go over with the intention of buying a place there and living out there. And we'd gone in sort of spring. Well, it was October, so it was really winter come spring. We saw that much rain. It was worst rain they'd had in 60 years, they said. And the place that we were actually living in, renting, was like a little villa, a little bungalow, really. But they were about a 2-inch step down into living room, and it were a living room kitchen, and then they were like a stone wall fireplace and everything, and it was all built up to the side of a garden, all at back, and when it rained through chimney breast. There were little spurts of water shooting out all over. It was teeming into the place that were outside and into the house. Hey up, Chuck. I am wrong, Trevor. Don't ask, I forgot. I have to do it tomorrow. Oh, dear me. I am. But thank you ever so much for all your help last night. I don't know. But I'll do it tomorrow anyway. I've not got so much. I don't know. So yeah, it was a nightmare. It's been, and we bought a cooker because there weren't a cooker. Sorry, there was 4 rings, 3 rings. There were 3 rings, 3 gas rings, and we bought an oven, and it fit in. It was all right. It was a good one. It was brand new. They ended up chucking that out. We left it for them, chucked it out. So, hey up, Lorna. How you doing, chick? So yeah, it was just a nightmare, start to finish, because we lost Rose. We lost Phoebe. She got diabetes, and the vets was the only good thing about Spain. They were brilliant. They did everything they could for her, and from start to finish, it was a week. Diabetes and gone. She was gone. Well, I'm saying she was gone. We were supposed to take her back on Monday morning. She'd been going and having drips every day for a week, insulin every day for a week. Did our insulin needles ready to give her, but we can, because I said I couldn't do it. He says, oh, I can. But on Saturday morning, we didn't wait. We went straight back to the vets, and had her put to sleep that day. Just too much for her. There were no way they were going to get her back from that. And funnily enough, I've watched on Facebook Watch, I've seen an Australian vet with exactly the same problem with a little Maltese. Now, Rosie, Phoebe were in Westy, but Maltese are very similar sized dogs, same sort of temperament and everything. And they had the same problem trying to find out what were wrong, but fortunately for them, they managed to bring it back from brink, but there were no chance for my little Phoebe, bless her. She was so poorly. 2 hours to cure instead of... Mine never takes 24 hours though, Trevor, if I'm honest. If I mix mine up, I did some like plaques for Monday. These are what I've done for Monday, but I want to put some more what's it in, because they're meant to be like slices of agate sort of thing, and they've not come out. I would like them to, but she can either use them or chuck them. I don't mind which. But I poured them in the afternoon. Hiya, chicken too, welcome. Not so much welcome, I don't think, looking at that. And I poured them in afternoon, or yeah, late-ish afternoon, and they were cured next morning. Done. Took them out, and they were cured. I've not gone on to me YouTube. Can somebody get rid of that for me? Who's got a... Trev, you've got a spanner, haven't you? Can you do it from there? I don't know. It's done it. I've just got through all that trying to get into it, and you've done it. Thanks, Trevor. I thought you were going to be all right, but clearly not. You've got to get benefits out, though, haven't you, first off? So, yeah, so they were like cured in 12 hours. This is the stuff that I've been buying from Germany via Amazon. And I think it's best resin I've ever had, because, I mean, you can see that it's crystal clear other than what I've put colouring in. You know, like you can see little swirls of colour, but that's because it's not been fully mixed in. It's been like I've allowed it to swirl. But otherwise, it's crystal clear through that. It's beautiful resin. And I know it's sort of a big-ish outlay. I think it works. Did I tell you it's works out about £56 for delivery and everything, but it's worth it because it's 6 kilo, you know. And I'm still using my last lot of kilo, because I've got some down here in me little bottle, because they come in big bottles. I've kept 2 other bottles. One that's hardener and one that's obviously resin, and I've been topping them up and using them from smaller bottles, because there are other things that are too hard to too heavy to pour from a big bottle, you know, very awkward, but they're easy enough to... I just put a funnel in and pour it in. I have Harry hold it for me because I get a bit wobbly. But I do like that. I must do like that resin. So, yeah, I think you're a bit younger than me anyway, Trevor. So I think I'm just getting too old for all these. It was through Amazon, Chris. I got it. But it is from Germany. It is a German company. And it's just come from Germany. You order it on Amazon. but it comes from Germany, and it's just been a good resin. And I think I've had 3 lots of this 6 kilo, and it's lasted me ages and ages. I know I've not been doing a lot just recently, but even before, it seemed to have lasted me ages. And I've done some biggish pieces with it, but it is, and I do, as I say, I do like it because it's clear, very clear. I know Lisa's just found one on Amazon. She sent me a link, but it is actually, excuse me, it is actually a kit, and it's got some little molds in. It's got gloves. I've got gloves galore down here. I don't need any more stirring lollipop sticks. I've got plenty of lollipop sticks. I don't need any more of them. So I feel as if I'd be buying stuff I don't really need. And there's only like 250 grams of each. It's 1-on-1, but there's only 250 grams in each bottle. So 500 grams is not going to do a very big pour. And it was £17 something. So, I mean, you've just got to weigh pros and cons up, haven't you? And obviously, that's better for me. That other is better value for me because it'll last me like for ages and ages. I think it lasted me about 5 months, this lot I got. And I've still got a bit left at this lot. No, I've had 3 lots. I can't remember now. I don't know how much it, but yeah, you just add whatever. Yeah. Oh, that's something else that's in that kit that Lise sent me a link for. There is a set of resin inks, colouring inks, but I've still got all these up here. I actually didn't think I was going to have anywhere near enough with these tiny bottles, but I've got loads left. There's no way. I don't think I'll ever have to buy any more. I mean, I don't mad. The only one that needs replenishing probably is the white. The 2 white. There's a dense white, and then there's a sinking heavy white. And it don't really sink that well anyway. So. Oh, bye, Trev. Bye. Oh, dear. Oh, bless him. Oh, my word. Oh, I hate it when people get bad news all the time. It's awful, isn't it? So, we're a couple of Marks missing. We're a Kev missing. We're a Lou missing. Yeah, so Percy's missing. I don't know. So that's me for the moment. I'm going to just shut this up a bit because it's taking a lot of room up on my desk. There we go. That's better. Whoops. Go away. What's it? Silly thing. So, I don't know. Have we started your Christmas shopping yet? Dee's not here. Mind you, Dee's not been very well. I know she's not. And Lisa forgets. Bless her, Lisa forgets. But she's not well either anyway. Bless her heart. She does her best. And Mandy's not well. Mandy's been having a bit of a rough time. So, yeah, we're all sort of itchy and bitty. Yeah, it's. I hate it when people get sad news. I was chatting to a friend of mine. She messaged me. I have a friend, a YouTube friend. YouTube people know her, Jane Crafting Shed Davis. Lorna knows her. And we spent 2 or 3 years of our holidays going down to Wales to be with her. We got caravan. First time we went down, we went with bus. Second time we went down, we got a caravan, and then a couple of times after that, we went with caravan. And Jane also does a Monday afternoon craft club in local library. And I weren't sure what I was going to expect at first, first time I went. And she's got a really brilliant setup. It's lovely. They're all lovely ladies and what have you. And there was me, Anne. There was an Anna, another Anne, and golly, I can't remember what they called the lady. There were about 5 of us at the time. And one of these ladies, really nice lady, and she was really friendly, lived next door to Jane. And Jane messaged me the other week that she was in hospital very, very ill, gravely ill. And then 2 days later, she messaged me she's passed away. And it was down to Jane. They all expected Jane to sort everything because she'd no family. Now, Anna was a lovely, lovely lady, really nice. And I know she was good friends with Jane, but it broke Jane's heart. And for her to have to do that as well, that means presuming organising a funeral and clearing her flat out and everything, Jane's got enough on. She's got her own illnesses, and she's done all that. So, and she still keeps up her YouTube channel going very well. So she is a brilliant lady, is Aunt Jane Davis. And, she's a soldier, an absolute soldier. She really is. I love her to bits. Now, I do miss not going down, for holidays because bloody hell, we're crazy when we're together. I mean, I'm bloody crazy on my own, but when me and Jane get together. And we've been sat in our caravan getting legless while Harry and Martin have been sat outside. Warm weather, of course, but...
I'd just like to say I'm backing you up when you said you were crazy.
Yeah, you're backing me up. But me and Jane were getting pissed up like crazy. Caravan were going through wine like nobody's business. And him and Martin had got one can of beer each. That's all they had, one can each. But then, of course, Martin had got to drive because me and Jane were drinking. Hey, I've not been drinking like that for years. But we're having such a good time, a good laugh. Yeah, she's a lovely person to get on with. She's so down to earth. There's no airs and graces with our Jane. She is just straight John Bull, and she is the loveliest. I love her to bits. I really do. And I do miss having my holiday down there. And she were going to come up here before all COVID blew up and everything. The following year, she was going to come up here for a fortnight. But then there were what with COVID, that killed any chance for getting up for a while. And then Martin had a heart attack. So then she couldn't leave Martin, and I wouldn't expect her to. And then she'd been and had surgery, and it doesn't sound as if hers has gone very well. Bless her. So yeah, it's bad news, isn't it? It's a shame. But yeah, I and Trevor were lovely with me last night, doing as much as he possibly could. It's, getting me all this information, and I've not done it. It's like gone in here and out there. I wrote it all down. It's a good job because I won't remember it. I won't remember it at all. So, has he gone through there and not took you with him, Doc? He's a naughty daddy, isn't he, your daddy? You get that muck. You get a bit of muck out, you're all right. I hate it when you get that. Gone, good girl. She don't like me pulling at her eyes, but it's all done, auntie. It's all, oh, look at that pretty girl now. She's beautiful. Oh, it's a pretty face. She's lovely. Oh, dear me. She makes my heart melt, this little dog. Don't you? I'm so glad we got her. I am. She was only one left, and when I saw where she was from, and I thought, oh dear, I was glad to get her out of there. We're a dump, weren't it, babes? I mean, this is no much better, but they didn't poop all over the kitchen floor, that's for sure. It were awful. And he were not nice either, that bloke. And they were trying to frighten us by saying, oh, there's a woman coming from Blackpool for us, and which is not, because your wife told me that she's mine. I'm coming for her. She is. She's a little doll, this one. She's beautiful. And, she, you know, we've been so lucky. Oh, it's been like bloody World War III out here this weekend, which fair enough, it's bonfire night, and you know you're going to get it. It's no good complaining. I mean, at the end of the day, when we were kids, we had fireworks, and they were bangers just the same, although I'm sure they're getting louder, or it's just me that's getting too old. But, you know, first dog we ever had as a married woman was Bess, and she was terrified. And she were a biggish dog. She were like border collie cross, German Shepherd border collie cross, and she were terrible. And she would scratch, get up on you, climb up you. Oh my God! And she were heavy. And I were only little. I'm not very big now, but I were only little then. But she were heavy, but she were terrified, absolutely terrified. And I just feel so sorry for animals. And I don't mean just people's pets, I mean wildlife. We have got quite a lot of wildlife around here. We've got a lot of hedgehogs. There's quite a few squirrels, mice, and I mean, we've got more hens on canal, because that's just at back here, and ducks and geese, you know. So, and they're terrified. They can't get away from it. And of course, there are some cruel kids going around, older kids going around spoiling other people's fun. One young man I seen, everybody, I don't know whether it's, I know it's, everybody's got this if you want it, and it's like neighbourhood thing, and ours is neighbourhood Rhodesia. And but it tells you all about outskirts workshop and in workshop as well. And there's been there were a gang of youths going round, and there was this young lad, and they were 11. He weren't a baby, but he were only 11. He were on his own, and he'd been to his friends. I think they'd been out somewhere, and this was Halloween. They'd been out Halloween trick or treating together, and on his way home, his friend's father, wanted to walk him home, and he says, "No, I'll be all right. I'll just cut through. It's only going to be 10 minutes. I can be home in no time. Don't worry. I'm fine." So he weren't fine, apparently, because there was this group of youth, obviously a bit older, around about 15-ish, attacked him with eggs. And they smashed eggs all over his clothes and his head and his hair. And I mean, he were upset. He didn't cry. Didn't let them see him cry. But when he got home, he cried. And his mum was absolutely beside herself. And she put it up on this thing. And, you know, they rang this friend up that where he'd been, like, and he says, "Well, I did offer to bring him home, and he wouldn't." She said, "Yes, I know. And I do thank you for that. But, you know," she said, "it's all right. It's just upsetting because he didn't like being all sticky with egg yolk and stuff, and it were all in his hair and what have you, poor kid." But why do they have to bully a lad on his own? There's like 3 or 4 of them in a group. And they have to go and bully a young lad minding his own business, making his way home. He hadn't got anything. He got no bags of sweets or anything like they were after, you know, they just have to be a bully. And then I looked on, I mean, I do my emails twice a day, first thing in the morning and usually last thing at night, but I've done them earlier tonight. And I've just been on and seen one. There was 3 kids in one of the estates nearby, because we've got some new buildings. This little village, and then they made it bigger by putting all buildings around us. In fact, we're getting boxed in with new builds all the way around now. But there were these 3 youths, and they were going down people's drives and turning pots over, if you've got potted plants on your drive, carrying stuff off and, chucking stuff all over the place. Why do they do it? What is wrong with them? But, I think a lot of trouble is that they've stopped parents, punishing them. Not allowed to hit your kids anymore. I'm not talking about getting them, a big stick and bashing them, but they need some discipline, and they're not allowed to anymore. And I mean, in America, it's even worse, because kids could actually divorce the parents over there. I've never heard out so stupid in all my life. But that's the way it goes now. So, but it's just awful to hear these stories. And I saw something about a hedgehog as well that I can't remember all the ins and outs, but it weren't nice. And I thought, oh, I don't really want to hear, because it just upsets me too much. Hey up, Mark, how you doing? You're a bit late. I don't know, but it's other Mark anyway. What you doing with him, Mark too? Not seen Mark Dixon tonight yet at all. In fact, not seen many. No Lou. Who else? But Trev's just had some bad news. He's had to, jump off, and we've not seen Percy, not seen Kev. So yeah, pets do suffer. I'm lucky in the respect that Poppy is not bothered one little bit by it. I mean, I was sat in here doing, and there were flashes going off all round, really loud banging going off Friday night in here. She couldn't give a damn. It didn't bother her one little bit. And then last night, I was in the house all day and all night. No, not all day, but all evening. And I thought, oh, we're getting let off night tonight, Sunday night, and no fireworks. Spoke too soon. About blooming 9 o'clock did they start. Bang, 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 bang. Kids have got school, they don't give a damn. They don't give a damn that kids have gone to bed for school in the morning. I've note against fireworks, but I wish they wouldn't make these loud bangers and that frighten animals. And otherwise, I don't think animals would worry too much if they weren't banging. It sounds like bloody World War III, though, doesn't it? And, they're only little. Don't matter, what size of dog they are. They're only little. They don't understand. I mean, like I say, I am very, very lucky, because Poppy's fine. Rosie were fine. I had Candy, Lucy and Lottie that were fine, although Judy was frightened. Bess were frightened. So really, after all animals I've ever had, all my dogs, I've only ever had 2 that really worried about fireworks in all them years. So we've been lucky in that sense. But she's not bothered. I don't think there's much that bothers her anyway. Is the little one? Hey? Bless her. So, hey up, Mark. I'm just talking about you. Where you been? It's has it really? Wow. Oh, I did put a remark up on somebody's comment the other day, you know, and I thought, oops, that could be took wrong way. So there we go. So we're only up to 7. No Percy, no Kev. Trevor's gone. Trevor's had to leave us tonight. So I don't know, do you want to, now we're up to 8, do you want to have a quiz or yay or nay? And nobody, not one of you reminded me last week that we were doing double quiz. I only did half a quiz, well, a normal quiz last week instead of a double quiz. Is Trevor on a promise? No, Trevor's had some bad news tonight, Mark, and he's had to nip off. So I know Lorna wants a quiz. Lorna always wants a quiz. She's clever. She likes doing quiz. But I had a hair and I wasn't sure whether I got it or not. I think I must have. That must be my tie. I reckon I've got a tash growing. We want to quiz. Are you ready for it? Have you got time at this late hour to start a quiz? Because I don't want you running out on me at last minute, you know. Can't be doing that. Okay. We'll see how we go because we're late starting. So eyes down, look in. Are ready? Which war involving Britain lasted from 1948 to 1960? Which war involving Britain lasted from 1948 to 1960? I didn't know we were in a war at that time. Whoops, let me move that. Bloody Nora. Correct, Mark. It is indeed Million. That's mark number 1. So mark number 1 is on the board. Well done. Right. Who was Napoleon Bonaparte's second wife? Who was Napoleon Bonaparte's second wife? Yeah. Anyway, I've been another one, yeah. A bit sounds of things where China and North Korea are going off. Oh dear. I told he's got to stop talking about it to me because I don't want to know. I'd sooner be a surprise if it's going to hit me on head, it'll hit me on head then. Yes, it's Marie Louise. Well done, Mark. It is, yeah. Josephine, I think, was his first wife, weren't she? Okay. Which was the first republic in Western Europe? Which was the first republic in Western Europe? And if you can give me dates, I'll add you another point on. Question again is, which was the first republic in Western Europe? And what year? Not France. And not 1792. No, Chris, not Czech Republic. I think you'll all be very surprised at the answer, actually. Well, I was surprised, but I mean, I know now anyway. Oh dear. I'm going to have to go and get my hair cut. It's sticking about all over the place now. It's getting too long. Ready for chopping. No, Lorna, not Italy. Well done, Mark. It is England. The Commonwealth of England. Do you know what the dates were for the extra mark? Mark 2. Any ideas for the dates? It's the Commonwealth of England. It's a ways back a bit. You don't know without Google. Actually, I'm going to give that to you, 1650-ish, because it actually was 1649 to 1660. So you also get that mark as well. Well done. That's 2 points. Right. What was introduced in the UK in 1991 to improve public standards? What was introduced in the UK in 1991 to improve public standards? Yes, he's on the ball tonight, isn't he? Little Mark Dixon. You little vixen. Oh, you're not a vixen, now you're foxy. Foxy boy. Red tractor. No. What question again? What was introduced in the UK in 1991 to improve public standards? Public toilets. No. You need to lay down. No, you don't. Don't be such a baby. You don't need to lay down at all. Now you've got going. I was laying down, got a laptop. I don't think, unless you're on your belly, I won't be able to work a laptop laid down. No, nobody got the answer to this one. I don't really know. I don't really know how I could give you a second clue. It's it's not. No, it's not. It's not food standards. It's not Water Industry Act. It's. I don't know. I could. Oops, it is. I don't know. The right to chew gum without a permit. Yeah. Don't you just wish that would answer? No, I don't really know how I can. It's to air pollution. It's to do with it's to do with benefiting the population, if you can call it that. Supposed to be. Not minimum wage. No. It's like a document to do with the seatbelt law. No. No, not NHS. I'm going to tell you, I think, because I don't think you're going to get this. It's like a document produced for public welfare. No, it's actually, the answer is Citizens Charter. So that one is a no-go for everybody. So we'll put an asterisk. Not got it. Right. When was NATO founded? When was NATO founded? Oh my God, I've not seen. I was got a big telly on in here. I'm looking at Jimmy Edwards. I haven't seen him in donkey's years. Well done, Mark. It was indeed 1949. Well done. Right, how old was James Callaghan when he died? How old was James Callaghan when he died? Wow. After the war. Harry said something a bit puzzling to me yesterday. We were sat in house and he says, he were on Facebook and he says, oh, Michael J. Fox has died. It says here 2 minutes ago. I says, well, it not have only just died 2 minutes ago. It might be that it's only just gone up 2 minutes ago, but he hadn't died 2 minutes ago. I says, I haven't seen no tells about it. So when he comes out with things like that, I usually go on and have a look. And it's not 69 and it's not 93. So I usually go on and have a look. And there's nothing. He's not dead. So it must have been a prank or he's misunderstood it. Because he hadn't died. Got enough time. We aren't finding more that's not gone. I know they sometimes put these pranks on, don't they, on Facebook? But no, it's not true. 1946. What's 1946? 75. No, it wasn't 75. Oh, the Mark 1 was the nearest. Yes, that's it, Mark. 92, correct. There you go. You see, who we get there in end. Who did Colonel Gaddafi overthrow in 1969? Who did Colonel Gaddafi overthrow in 1969? Oh, beautiful. Oh, beautiful, pretty girl. Poppy's pretty girl. Oh, she is. She beautiful. Was loved. Oh, very pretty. She goes all with her eyes right closed. Do we have to? Oh, we have, because I've told her she's a pretty girl, she wants a cuddle. Mwah. Special kisses for special girls. Mwah. Mwah. Want to go see Daddy? Yeah. Go find him. Nobody got this one. Who did Colonel Gaddafi? Gaddafi. Oh my word. Who did Colonel Gaddafi overthrow in 1969? Gaddafi. Oh, it must have been his cousin, that one. Oh, I thought you'd gone to Daddy. Did you not want to go to Daddy? I'm not making you go. Come on, even if you want to come back. Are you telling me off now? Ow, watch. Okay. Close. God, what for? Yeah, might as well have been. No, I don't know. I've not. She scraped my leg, but she's not broke skin, thank God. Coup d'etat. I don't know whether that's supposed to be serious or not, but it's not right. Oh, I had to turn that off. It's making me rather warm. That's the one, Lorna. Well done. It was indeed King Idris. What's Lorna on the board, peeps? Whoops, blimey. You've got to see me juggle pencils. Okay. Which Scottish king was killed in 1057? Which Scottish king was killed in 1057? Where's my Bible then? It was Macbeth. Well done. Well done, Mark. Do you know something? I didn't even know that Macbeth was actually real. I thought it was something that Shakespeare had thought up. I've never been good at history. I was never interested. Right. When did the California Gold Rush begin? When did the Californian Gold Rush begin? Oh, we're excited. Chris, you're very close. Very close. No, not 1848. Not 1844. That's the one, Chris, 1849. Oh, no, it's not. Sorry. Not 1847. Put it wrong way. We're so close. No, not 1874. You're going totally wrong way now. 1803. No. Yes, well done, Lorna. 1849. Rightio. Who did Nathuram Godse assassinate? Who did Nathuram? I'm going to spell it. Nathuram. Second name Goddess or Godse is Godse. Who did he assassinate in 1948? You do it in 49. Oh dear. Well, you should have put bloody 49 then. I told you you were close. I tried to give you these little hints. He assassinated who? Wagram, Birchall, and then it did say, oh, wherever. It's not right. Because he had a harder name to pronounce and he was jealous. Very good. Jealous, yeah, well, I knew what jealous mean. That's right, Lorna. Mahatma Gandhi is the correct answer. Which Marxist became president of Chile in 1970? Which Marxist became president of Chile in 1970? Blimey, we're down to 5 people. Anybody? No, Lorna. That's not the answer. Which Marxist became president of Chile in 1970? That's the one. Well done, Lorna. Okie dokie. Who captured Quebec in 1759 and died in the process? So who captured Quebec in 1759 and died in the process? Any ideas? Don't forget you can Google the answers if you don't know. So who captured Quebec in 1759 and died in the process? That's the one, Lorna. Well done. I think you're on your own, Lorna, at the minute here. Who succeeded David Steele as leader of the Lib Dems in 1988? Who succeeded David Steele as leader of the Liberal Dems in 1988? That's who I thought it were. David Copperfield. Nah, 20. Yeah, well done, Colette. It was indeed Paddy Ashdown. Hey, Colette's on the board. Righty, we. Who was Tsar Nicholas's second? Sorry, start again. Who was Tsar Nicholas II's youngest daughter? So it was Nicholas II who was his youngest daughter. That one should be fairly easy, I would think. If you know your Russian history, and I don't, but I do actually know. I did know this one, which is unusual for me. Yes, it was indeed Chris. Anastasia. And that's Chris on the board. Right. Who became Saudi Arabia's very first king in 1932? Who became Saudi Arabia first king in 1932? Who's Olga? Oh, Olga. I think I'm going to give that mark because it's sort of. It's just that you put a lot more down than what I've got, but I think that's who it is. Which reforming Chinese leader died in 1997? Which reforming Chinese leader died in 1997? How's that happened? Go away. Thank you. Oh, for pity's sake, get off. That's the one. Well done. Mark again. Oops. Right, that's first 16 down. Right. What is the name of the Spider-Man musical? What is the name of the Spider-Man musical? Didn't even know there were one, did you? All right. Nope. Weather lies. Good one, though. Good answer, that, Chris, but that's not the right answer. Yes, it is. Turn Off the Dark is the correct answer, Mark. And who wrote the music and lyrics to that? Turn Off the Dark. Who wrote the music and lyrics? Wow, I just read next question down and it took my breath away. That's right, Mark. Bono and the Edge. Right. Next question. I'm glad I looked at it earlier. The thing is, it says, how was, I will spell this, C-nut. It's C-N-U-T, the great, otherwise known. Please be clean with your answers. I was shocked when I read that. How was C-nut, C-N-U-T, the great, otherwise known? Oh, naughty. Oops a daisy, what's happened now? You know, what's it? It's I know it was changed for yeah. Well done, Lorna. Lorna got that one, I'm afraid. Here we go. Well done, Lorna. In bingo, what number is duck and dive? In bingo, what number is duck and dive? Yeah, ancient horse. Yeah. Well done, Mark. Yeah, 25. What's stopping that going down? Hang on. All right. Okay, okay. Next one. The Beatles made their first live US performance on what TV show? I might have missed a word here, I'm not sure. The Beatles made their first live US performance on what TV show? I can't remember that it said US in the first one. Well, dive is like rhyming slang for five, isn't it, Chris? Not American Bandstand. But duck is number 2 and dive is 5. CBS. No. Yes, that's the one, Lorna. Well done. Right. Which US state only has only one syllable? Which US state has only one syllable? Yes. Well done, Chris. Okay. How many times was Niki Lauda Formula One world champion? How many times was Niki Lauda Formula One world champion? Yippee. Well done, Chris. It is indeed 3. Where are you? There you go. Keep running around my page. Can't find you. What was Thomas Hardy's last novel? What was Thomas Hardy's last? Oh, I thought I'd done something wrong. What was Thomas Hardy's last novel? A lucky guess for it. No, not tests of anything. Ubervilles. That made you want Odivores. What's Odivores? Jude the Obscure is correct. Yeah, well done, Mark. In Wayne's World, what was Wayne's surname? In Wayne's World, what was Wayne's surname? What's Odivores? Am I being thick or what? I don't know what Odivores. Yes, it was. Well done, Mark. Who was Bruce Forsyth's second wife? Who was Bruce Forsyth's second wife? Oh, I knew this one. Should know this one. I need to think about it. He used to say, "Give us a twirl." No. Like snacks, they bring around on plates for d'oeuvres. All right. Hors d'oeuvres. Well done. It is Anthea Redfern. Well done. Which part of the Vatican is used for the election of a pope? Which part of the Vatican is used for the election of a pope? That bit near the toilets. Yes, the one close by. I don't think they're allowed to come out, have they? No. not the paper conclave. No, not paper conclave. PayPal man cave. Yeah. Oh, Chris, I should give it you just for that. I think that's good. PayPal man cave. He's trying to finish me off or what? Oh dear. Oh, don't set me off. Oh, that was funny. I'm going to be tittering about that all night now, you bugger. That was funny. No, I think it's funny. I love it. I think it's brilliant. It just makes me titter. I can't help it. I have to. I have these tools where I can't stop laughing. It's really funny. Oh, dear. It's better than me crying into it. And nobody got this answer yet. No, not St. Peter's Basilica. No, 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 no. I would have thought this answer would have been easier to find, not necessarily for you lot, but just easier to find generally. Hello, my little treasure. Are you come to cause trouble or have you come for cuddle? Don't wink at me, because you just don't mean it. Look off cuddle for mummy. Little twink. Little mwah. 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 These are special kisses. Mwah. That's the one. It's not the roof, but I'll give it Ilona because you've got Sistine Chapel, which is roof. What did I call you, roof then? I don't know. It's Lorna anyway. Sorry about that, Pleasure. Oh no. Yeah. Right. What musical instrument did Pablo Casals play? What musical instrument did Pablo Casals play? His name Pablo. Pablo. Casal is Casals. Pablo Casals. What instrument did he play? Righty away. All right, little shugs. Made you come in here anyways, you fed up with him. Not surprised. Yes, well, indeed. Well done, Chris. Cello is correct. Where are you? There. Look at you racing ahead. Right. Which is the only UK town with an exclamation mark in its name? Which is the only UK town with an exclamation mark in its name. Another wild guess, really. Well, it was a good one. Voyages. Yes, it is, Mark. Well done. Do you know that? Yeah, you got that quick. I didn't think that would be that easy for any of you, but so. Who won an Oscar for the screenplay of Gosforth Park? Who won an Oscar for the screenplay of Gosforth Park? Yes, Mark, it is Julian Fellows. Cosima, spelled Cosima, von Bulow, B-U with two little dots above, L-O-W, was married to which composer? Cosima von Bulow was married to which composer? I can't be better. You're not gone very far from me today. What's up? You didn't want me yesterday. You were all daddy. Speaking of which, he's not done us a drink tonight, has he? No. The devil's he doing? Nope. Not Count Riccardo Pavancelli, no. There's another clue. It's a totally English sounding name. Oh, I turned that gas fire up. Little electric heater up, and I'm still melting. I'll read the question again. Cosima von Bulow was married to which composer? Johnny Smith. Not quite that English, but yeah, it's Englishish name. It sounds like a very English name. Oh, you've been flashing out through a window. Are you signalling her in that house across yonder with your torch?
No, I'm just looking up garden.
I seen you bloody flashing. Harry's been flashing up garden. It went straight over his head that when I said, "Oh, you've been flashing." Dumbo. Yeah, have you got a bit more for me than that? But I'll give it you. Have you got his first name? You've got it right, Mark, but I want his first name. I'll give it you. Yeah, that's right. And last on this list, who dubbed Audrey Hepburn's singing voice in My Fair Lady? She just put her bloody chin straight across that question. Just, who dubbed Audrey? Bless her. Who dubbed Audrey Hepburn's singing voice in My Fair Lady? I thought it was her own voice. I didn't know. Yeah, well done, Mark. Right, that is 32 questions. Do you want the next 32 tonight? Yay or nay? Or shall I save the next lot for next week? Anytime you like, tell me 1 way October. Save them. I think so as well, because it's 9:30. We're a bit late starting because there weren't many in earlier. Okie dokie then. Right, well, we have Colette with 1. Well done, Colette. Mark 2 with 2. That's Mark Dixon. And then Chris with 4. Well done, Chris. Lorna with 8. Well done, Lorna. And Mark 1. 5, 10, 15, 17. Well done. Well done, all of you. They're not easy. I mean, there's nobody can say they are because they're not. But I think you've done very well. I think you've all done very well. Give yourselves a clap. Yeah, I forgot last week, to be fair, that I was supposed to be doing 64 questions. And I never thought. I just ended it like, and I thought, oh dear. I thought we'd finished early. But we hadn't really, had we? Because we'd not done it all. So I don't know whether that's maybe why Percy's not come tonight, maybe thinking that I'm not doing a long one, but I forgot. It was simple as that. Simple as that. So, and it's nearly 9:30. And I'm still not 100%. So I think I'm going to finish it there for tonight, peeps. I'm ever so grateful for your company. I love your company. So take care, everybody. Well done. Thanks for coming. Don't forget to leave me that thumbs up. And I'll be here next week with a full 64 question quiz. Hopefully we get a few more to join in, because it was quite good last week with so many that were answering. So, all right, but thank you to all you that took part as well. And I'll see you next week. Bye-bye for now. Bye all.